Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Howard. I'm a watch enthusiast. I do not work in the watch industry and I'm certainly not a pro, so I use my spare time to find watches for review, and my reviews are mainly reflecting my personal point of view. If you're already a subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for your support. If this is your first time watching my video or has not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you could consider subscribing, because your support is the most important motivation for me to continue to do videos like this. So today I want to do a quick comparison of the AP Royal Oak 15500 ST 41 millimeters compared to the Vacheron Constantin Overseas reference number 4500V. So I have both of these watches here. They're both in black dial. And, if you think about the luxury sports watch, basically the Nautilus by Patek, the Royal Oak, and the Overseas are considered kind of the three most, if you will, popular or high-end luxury sports watch, right? And they're all starting, in the $20,000 range for the stainless steel model. So they're expensive for most people. And, I did a Nautilus review recently, and I'm not including that here because the price of that watch is, it's basically out of control, over 100,000 now. It's really, I feel like these two, the AP Royal Oak and Overseas, are a lot more closer in terms of MSRP as well as secondary market. Of course, everyone knows after the Nautilus, maybe even equally, AP is extremely popular among watch, enthusiasts. I know a lot of people own AP. Few has Nautilus because they're just so hard to get, and not a whole lot of people have, the Vacheron. So let's do a quick look, just to get my personal view. How do I see these two? Again, they're both 41 millimeters, so the case size it's the same. Obviously, AP has the octagonal shape, and Constantin VC has the round bezel, so that's the key difference. The other thing is the thickness. They're very close, 10.4 millimeters thick versus 11 millimeters thick for the VC. So they're pretty close in dimensions. The weight is pretty close as well. 172 grams, 6.07 ounces for the AP, and the 165 grams, 5.86 ounces for the VC. And design-wise, obviously, they're a little bit different. Besides the shape of the bezel, the dial is obviously, AP has the signature, because this is a 41 millimeter, they have the grand tapestry, big waffle design, and VC just has a pretty generic black dial. I think both watches, the 12 hours index and the hands have the white gold at the edge. But I think if you look at these two, first impression is AP looks a lot more, because it has the brushed look on the top, and in most of the cases, they just look a little bit darker and gray. Obviously, the one on my left hand, the AP is a brand new, so you can see it has a plastic cover covering the bezel and the case, so that certainly makes it look even a little bit more darker. If you take that out, it probably look a little bit shinier. The only bright piece is the side of the bezel, which is polished, but everything else is brushed stainless steel. It's just more muted color, where the VC, the bezel, is polished, and it's inspired by their Maltese cross logo. It has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cutouts, if you will. And the other details of the watch, you can see the VC has a little bit more of a another mini track towards the inside wall, which has like 1/5 of a second. I don't think it's needed. It has 5, 10, 15 all the way to 60. The 2 mini tracks with more details. For a regular watch, I don't think there's a need for that. The other difference is the window, right? AP has the black window with the white lettering. The VC has a white window with black lettering. But overall, they're pretty similar. I think, a couple of differences are waterproof rating, right? I mean, AP Royal Oak is not designed or known for high waterproof numbers, 50 meters, 167 feet. And VC is a little bit more, 150, 3 times more actually, 150 meters, 500 feet. So, waterproof-wise, it's a little bit more. Both has a beautiful, display case. Caliber, I believe, is 4302 for the AP, replacing the old 3120, so increasing the power reserve from 60 to 70 hours for the AP. And for the VC, it's caliber 5100. I mean, they have that famous 22K windmill-looking gold oscillating weight, right? Again, it's inspired by a windmill, a tribute, I guess. It's a tribute for the spirit of travel, right? Because these are kind of like travel watches. And it has a very small, I'm not sure if you can see it, Hallmark of Geneva logo here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit, like right here. Yep. Hallmark of Geneva certification, further, signifying the quality of the watch. And yeah, I mean, again, watches, like I said in every one of my videos, doesn't matter what the price is, doesn't matter the brand, it's really what you like, right? I know AP is very popular. I've never owned an AP myself, but I really like AP watches, and I really like VC as well. They're just a little bit different. And I think the other thing is, I've seen a lot of APs, even occasionally, Nautilus, Aquanaut on people's wrist. Rarely see a VC. I mean, certainly they're less popular, but that's, to me, is also a factor, right? Why do you want to wear the watch everybody else wears in your, high society circle, right? Have something different. Price-wise, this piece, AP MSRP is $23,900. As I mentioned in my other AP Jumbo video, the AP website actually says the language implies that the dealers can actually set their own price, which is the first one I've ever seen from these luxury watches. So if you bought one directly from the dealer, please comment below if that's the case, or do they really mark up versus the recommended $23,900 price? And the VC recommended MSRP in the US is $22,500. In fact, the price was just increased from April. I know I was looking at the price earlier this year. In April, this watch on the right was $20,900, but more recently it went up to $22,500, a 7.7% increase. On the secondary market, though, the AP obviously commands a little bit more pricing power because of the demand and more popularity. So this guy is around, if it's unworn brand new like this one, probably commanding around 49,000, 48 to 49,000. The VC, I think if you go to AD and order one, you can probably get an MSRP, I believe. I have to wait a little bit, but if you want to get on the secondary market, it's 33, around 33, 34 for a pretty much, near brand new or brand new. For the blue dial, I think the blue dial is more expensive. I think for the black dials, they're a little bit cheaper. And I think a wild dial as well. Again, let's take a look at the bracelet. AP looks a little bit more refined. VC looks a little bit more muscular. Both have the double clasp, but as I mentioned in all my videos, the AP clasp looks really strong. You just look at how thick they are compared to the VC or any other brands, right? You can just see the thickness right here versus this. It's very solid. And when you close this, It's very, very solid feel. It looks very thick. And on the Vacheron, obviously, it's also very secure, but it's thinner. It doesn't feel as strong. And they both have a beautiful AP and the Maltese cross on the back. Now, one last thing. I mean, here I primarily want to compare to black colors, but I do want to spend just a little bit of time looking at a silver dial 4500 overseas. The difference is for the silver dial, you can notice the hands have the black coating outside of the mark and the minutes and hours to contrasting color to the silver, where this one is just more of a white gold color. This is a white gold with a black coating with a black hand versus a silver hand. I mean, the white one, not the white one, silver one, it's just extremely legible, right? I know silver and the white dial, besides a few models, they're not as popular as the blue, the black, or dark gray, but they just look so much more legible. So definitely, I would recommend, compare them in person. The only other difference is if you look at the mini track. So this here, the mini track actually has a light gray reflecting the white mark, where on the silver dial, there's no additional background color around the inside mini track. It's kind of interesting, very small detail difference. Both look fantastic, beautiful. In fact, if I had to pick these two, I might, lean towards the silver one. They just look so much more cleaner, so much more legible, silver with a black hand. But overall, they're all fantastic watches. Let's do a final quick look. The AP Royal Oak, self-winding, reference number 15522, 15500 ST. Then you have the Vacheron Constantin Overseas, 3 hands, reference number 4500V-1108. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.